Hey gang, in this video, I'm gonna tell you why buyers are liars. Hey gang, it's Rob. The creator and founder of a online training program that has amassed more than $1 million in revenue. The purpose of this channel is for fellow entrepreneurs, fellow business owners, people that are trying to do their own thing. I want you to avoid a lot of the pitfalls, some of the things and obstacles that I came up against. And I want to kind of give you some shortcuts so you can kind of get further faster than I did. So today I want to talk about just sales and just buyers in general. When you first start off with your business, you believe everybody, right? Everybody say, man, yeah, I'm gonna, come get a program, or yeah, I'm gonna get a coaching call, or yeah, I'm gonna buy your t-shirts, or yeah, I'm gonna do this, do that. Whatever service you provide, everybody is gun-ho. Everybody is gun-ho, right? But don't believe anybody. I don't give a damn if it's your mama, your sister, cousins, family, friends, best friends, people you grew up with, your Siamese twin. Until that money hits your bank account, you do not have a sale. Until that money hits your bank account, you do not have a client. And even still, right? Please don't let me put this in the atmosphere. Please don't let this happen to me. Even after they give you the money, believe it or not, I've had clients, coaching clients who have chargebacks, right? Somebody, get into their program, rock out, and get a chargeback. Now, I'm gonna do a whole nother video about chargebacks, right? Mincy, cut this part out. I'm just making myself a note. Chargebacks. Chargebacks. Now I make a whole nother video about chargebacks. I know what we're talking about. So as far as people that say they want to support you, say they want to put some money in your pocket, so on and so forth, until you have cold hard cash, Bitcoin, whatever the hell you accept in your business, you don't have a client. So in this video, I want to try to mitigate that as much as possible, right? Now, everybody you talk to isn't going to buy. Everybody that you talk to, everybody that you communicate with, everybody you associate with, you don't even want them to buy, right? Because believe it or not, some customers are not worth the headache. At first, you may think, oh, this product is for everybody, or this program is for everybody. If you're at that stage, right? If you're at the stage of, I service everybody, my product is for everybody. If you don't have an ideal client, if you don't have an ideal customer, you need to book a consult. It is in the description, because that is utter BS. That is not true. If everybody's your customer, then you are messing up real bad, right? So for my programs and my businesses, I have an ideal client. I know exactly who my product is for, and that is who I speak to, right? That is my ideal client. These are the people that I want to work with. These are the people that I think that I can help the best. So first thing, if you want to prevent you talking to so many different people and you keep on taking L's, they're not buying. You need to ensure that you are talking to the right customer, right? Is this the right person? Why do I keep on running into broke people? Why do I keep on running into people saying that my product isn't worth it? Or why do I keep on running into people that say that my product is too cheap, or it's too much, or it's not that much involved? Another thing, I say buyers are liars, right? Meaning that they may lie about buying it, and they may lie about why they're not buying it. But at the same time, after a while, you have to kind of take that feedback and make sure that they're not telling the truth. If you're getting on 5, 10, 15, 20 sales calls a month or a week or whatever, and everybody's saying the same thing, shit, it's just too much. Or, man, I wish it had this, or I just don't trust you, or whatever it is, maybe they're telling the truth. And a lot of times when a person says it's too much, it's because you failed to actually communicate the value or whatever. If it's $100, $100,000, if they say it's too much, you didn't effectively communicate, this is why it's $100,000. This is why it's the best thing for you to do, blah, 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 right? So another thing you can do, okay, so you figure out who your customer is. Another thing is you can do is test obstacles, barriers to entry. Everybody shouldn't be able to talk to you. Everybody shouldn't be able to just go ahead and buy your product. There needs to be some type of qualifying process, right? Especially if you're doing client to client or business to business. You want to make sure that these people are the most qualified people, right? So you need to get some type of background from these clients and these businesses to make sure that you are the right person for them, and that you're the right person for them, and that they're the right person for you, right? And one of the easiest ways to do that is to set up an application, right? There's so many different, since I'm not getting a check, I'm not about to say any of them, but there's so many different softwares and things that you can use to set up applications and surveys and so on and so forth. And in that application, right, you should actually ask the questions that you need the answers to know if that person or that business is a good fit for what you do, right? Can you even fulfill what they need? Are they a headache? Do you want to even deal with them? Do they have the money? That's another thing that I find out a lot of you guys are talking to broke people, right? Now, every now and again, even with, my businesses, somebody with no money, a tire kicker, a time waster, somehow end up on my calendar, right? And, I'll tell you how to deal with them in another video as well. But most of the times, the application process is so thorough that somebody that's a time waster, somebody that's full of shit, won't even fill out the entire application because I'm like, oh man, this is pretty serious, right? So in the application process, like I said, you should, where they're from, where they're at, what they're trying to do. And some way, somehow, I can't, break that down to you because I don't know your business structure. I don't know what you actually offer. I don't know what you're actually doing. So I can't tell you exactly what to say. But somehow in there, you also need to know their budget, right? And you need to know their budget without turning them completely off, right? Because a lot of times, an application, if you're bringing up money, if you're bringing up that type of stuff, it'll just make somebody, oh, I'm good. The way I set it up is real fluid. And the way I set it up for my clients, I just try and make it as fluid as possible to where it's not, it's kind of like a check the box thing. So you can kind of see where a person is. And even with that, even if somehow you get them to, this is how much I'm making, this is what, my budget is, this is what I'm looking for, they might still be full of shit, right? They may still be lying, right? So they may say my budget is 20 grand, right? And when you get on the phone, they can only afford, $1,000. Not a month, but total. But my budget is about $999. That's like, huh? Right? And, some people kind of freeze up. Some people kind of don't know what to do, so on and so forth when it comes to that point. But like I said, since I rarely get, people that are just completely unqualified. I shouldn't be on the phone with them. I have no idea how the hell they've ended up on my calendar. I know that my processes and my applications and my vetting process is pretty rock solid, because that's another thing, gang. A lot of times what'll happen is, because I've been through it, calendar was full. I'm talking about full. Can't go to lunch, can't do nothing. I got appointment after appointment after appointment after appointment, and I keep on talking to, oh, I'm not ready, or I ain't got the money. But I kept on running to that. I ain't got the money. I ain't got the money. I ain't got the money. I say, man, something is wrong. And that's when I started to reflect, take accountability. Something I'm doing wrong. Why the hell are these people on my calendar? I don't want to talk to these people, right? And then it's not being, whatever. This is a business channel. I'm a capitalist. I'm for capitalism. And a business has to make money to survive, right? And I can't make money if I'm on the phone with somebody that I can't help anyway. That's another thing. It's just like, it ain't about being mean. It's like, you ain't got no money. I can't help you, right? There's nothing I can do. This program is not free. It's not a charity. It's not it's not a non-profit. Boom. This is what I can do. You can't afford it. If it was, 50% off, you still couldn't afford it. So why are we on the phone together, right? So just make sure, like I said, that your vetting process is nailed down. But at the same time, right, You want to make sure that you have a very thorough vetting process, but at the same time, don't make it so stringent that people like, oh, the hell with this, or that it's so stringent that nobody's going to get qualified. It's going to be like, oh, you got to have $100,000, you know, have a yacht, blah, you know, all this crazy stuff, right? You want to make sure that you vet them, but also make it, like I said, make it fluid and easy, an easy process for them to go through, and something that's going to make them comfortable, you know, to divulge that information. So, long story short, buyers will lie to you. Another thing, and then, you know, drop in the comments, like I always say, other videos you want me to make, or what you think about this video, blah, blah. But another thing is, when you get off the phone, right? Say somehow you go through your stuff, you vetted the person really good, you thought they was qualified, for some reason it didn't work out. You need to have some type of, what's the word? You need to have some type of commitment from them before they get off the phone, right? Okay, oh, okay, I see you need to talk to XYZ, or I see you need to do this. Totally understandable, blah, blah. Let's do this. Let's schedule another call for 2 days from now. Let's schedule another call for tomorrow. Just, you know, just so you can, you know, sleep on it or whatever the hell they want to say. And then we can talk about it tomorrow. We can break it down, blah, blah. Or, hey, okay, I understand that you can't do it right now. How about we do, you know, have some next steps, have some type of commitment that they need to commit to. Or if you think that, okay, this person is truly unqualified, I don't even want them as a customer, just kind of cut it right there. That's what I usually do. I may keep them on an email list and that type of shit. But as far as the communications, it's kind of like, you literally are a liar. Like, I'm kind of good, right? All right, so this is a quick little video. Hopefully it provided value. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And other than that, I'm going to see you in the next one.